Bro, this butter's so not spreadable. Good morning. It is Monday, June 9th, and we are live starting the vlog of the week. Today has been a pretty good day so far. It is currently 10:16 a.m. Over the weekend, I worked at the record store. It was freaking awesome. I had the best time ever. I love hanging out with all my friends at the movie theater because the record store is inside a movie theater. There was this really cool feminist punk band called Frightwig that was playing, and there was a band opening for them called Sapphic Musk. I think that's probably one of the best band names I've ever heard in my entire life. Sapphic Musk. If you're out there, you're geniuses and I love you and I would protect you with my life. I saw my boyfriend, I saw my cats. I'm trying to think what else. This morning, hold on, let me finish my bite. This morning, I had an 8 a.m. meeting with my label and we talked about the logistics of the album. I went through like all my demos of like old songs that I've written. I really am thinking about what the next project is gonna be, even though the first project isn't out yet. Today the vibes are pretty chill. I'm gonna go to a yoga class because I'm like trying to get these biceps up. I'm teaching a bunch today remotely, and then tonight I'm gonna see my friend Khalid for dinner, which I'm really excited about. He's like one of my really close friends. We met in college and I'm like super psyched to see him because I love him so much. So yeah, I'll keep y'all updated. Bye. Yoga fit check, yoga fit check, yoga fit check. You guys, I got this outfit on Aerie because they were having a sale and I needed new yoga clothes because I just keep wearing the same like jank ass leggings from middle school. However, I don't support, like, this is not like sponsored and obviously, and also low key, like I wouldn't shop there again for a couple reasons. The first is that their entire brand, like the reason why Aerie was successful was because they were one of the first brands to like really encourage body diversity, and then everyone like kind of followed suit after them, you know, like during the body positivity movement, which has since fizzled out. And I was really surprised because when I went on their website, there was no body diversity at all. It was like as if I was on like Hollister's website or whatever. I honestly, Hollister probably has more body diversity than Aerie does now. Like Aerie was not for the girls, honestly. So I got this black string bikini from Aerie because it was on sale, and I usually don't buy new items of clothing, but the only things that I buy new are workout clothes and bikinis because I don't want to wear someone's used bikini or workout clothes. I'm sorry, I'm not strong enough for that. I got this bikini. It was a size women's small, okay? That is usually the size that I am. It's a range between a 4 and a 6, and I've shopped at Aerie before, so I was like, small's gonna be fine. I put that on. Girl, it barely covered anything. It looked bad. It was severely too small. I was babysitting my little sister who's a 12-year-old girl, okay? She's like 90 pounds. She's probably not even 90 pounds. She's probably like 80 pounds or 70 pounds, or she's tiny. She's a skinty little girl. And I was like, this would fit you. Try it on. And she tried it on and it fit her perfectly. So tell me, Aerie, why a women's small is fitting my 12-year-old tiny little bony sister. What are you gonna do? I'm still happy about my yoga outfit. Photo booth time. Photo booth time. I got my photos. It's giving. Alright guys, it has been a day. My legs are tired. My body is tired. My brain is tired. At 7:30 in the morning, I have to do a yoga class, even though I just came back from a yoga class and I signed up for a 7:30 in the morning yoga class. So you guys, I'm low-key like becoming like one of those like ladies who's like addicted to yoga. Like this is not good. I just got back from a yoga class. It was really hard. My thighs are like burning right now, but it was really good. I felt super flexible. I'm getting stronger. My biceps are becoming a thing. They're coming true. I'm really excited about that. Tomorrow I'm teaching all day, so I'm not going to be vlogging that much. Good night. Sleep tight. Hello everyone. Today is Friday. It's my last day of vlogging for the week. Wednesday, I taught all day. I ended up sleeping over that night to hang out with my little sister. Thursday, I tanned in the sun for a bit, and then I went back to the city for work. I worked pretty much all day. I saw my cats. I saw my boyfriend. I did another yoga class. You guys, I'm tired. And now I'm gonna go to work. But before I finish this vlog, I kind of wanted to share something that I've been thinking about this week in particular, because I've been spending a lot of time alone, but also in my routine, work, being around my family and my close friends. And as someone who's like trying to write and trying to create this creative life, trying to create my artist life, trying to manifest a life where my creativity is like the center and like experiencing my life in a creative way, I think that oftentimes when things get hard, when things seem unstable, there's a desire to like make life more interesting. And I think this happens for a lot of people, like in your 20s in general. Every year you kind of consider like blowing up your life and starting all over again. And oftentimes you do. Opportunities come up, you get a new job, you get a new relationship, or the relationship that you had falls apart, or the job that you had falls apart, or whatever it is. Every year something completely crumbles in a way that maybe you weren't expecting, so that you can build back up again. But in those times where there's a routine, for me at least, that's when I start to think, well, should I move to a new city? Should I throw away my routine and do something completely different to keep it interesting? Like, how else am I going to make good art if I'm not changing my external surroundings all the time? And something that I've been realizing, I think, is that you actually don't need to have the most interesting life in the world to explore your own creativity, to explore your own presence. And in fact, it's that stable, solid foundation that actually allows you to reflect and introspect. You don't actually need to step outside of your comfort zone to create something beautiful. You can learn something new simply by being present for what's right in front of you. When I'm writing songs now, a lot of it is inspired by the books that I'm reading, the music that I'm listening to, the TV that I'm watching. It's not necessarily inspired by chaos inside of my own life. I think it's just like a matter of being present for the feelings when they come through, and observing the feelings when they come through, observing where I am when those feelings come through. There's that concept that emotions are visitors. There needs to be space for those emotions to visit you. And then when those emotions visit you, what's happening in front of you? And that in and of itself is a beautiful little microcosm. You don't need to move to a new city to experience that. You can experience that where you are. And like all relationships ultimately serve the same goal, which is to, if that relationship is based in love, is to kind of serve the spiritual growth of yourself and the other person in that relationship. And so that spiritual growth can happen in a chaotic relationship, and it can happen in a stable relationship. It can happen in a chaotic environment or a stable environment. You don't need to uproot everything in order to live a full life, live an interesting life, live an artist's life. I think because of social media and also just like the way that things are depicted, the mythologies that we tell about artists and about the creative life is that you need to be constantly face to face with novelty and discomfort. And I think discomfort is really helpful in a lot of ways because it helps you grow, but also like discomfort without presence, discomfort without intention doesn't serve anything except for like that desire for chaos. I guess it's sort of a balance. But anyway, social media and TV, I think a lot of the time is like, well, if you want to be a creative, interesting person, then you need to be traveling. You need to be dressing a certain way, acting a certain way. You can't care about your relationships because you need to be this like independent, just floaty feather going through the world. And it's like, you don't have to do that. You can do that if that's what like lights you up, but you also don't have to do that. Yeah, for now, I'm just like in my routine. I kind of am experiencing life in a completely new way, even though not much has changed. So, I don't know. If you feel like you're a little bit restless, because I know I'm someone that when things get the same, I get restless, just try to like find the novelty within the structure, within the stability, because it's there. You just have to like be aware for it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for hanging out with me. I hope that it was fun and entertaining. Next week, the weather is gonna be really good, so I'm gonna be outside. We're gonna have a really fun time. Yeah, stay tuned. Bye!